as a reminder, we have increased the frequency of cleaning our aircraft using a high-grade disinfectant to complement the hospital-grade air filters, which keep the air clean during flight. We appreciate your understanding as we adjust our in-flight service procedures to limit contamination.
What's wrong with you people? Walking around without masks like it's spring in the Ozarks. Thank you. It's just not that hard. You're caring for other shows. The mask is not to protect your chin. It covers your mouth and nose.
At least there's not that many of them. I've never seen the airport this deserted.
I'm sorry, I can't with the...
I said at least there's not that many of them.
Oh, you're safe with me. I'm coming off 2 weeks quarantine for this. You?
Quarantine, tested, no life at all.
Thank God you're not one of those crazy Karens.
I'm not.
Science and goodness require us, Karen, to do all we can and bend. The mask doesn't give you the virus, Karen. The mask is your goddamn friend.
I had a friend in high school named Karen. I wonder how she's handling all this.
Like I said, it's not that hard. Wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance. Stay at home, say a prayer, stay alive. Get a test, get some rest, build resistance. And don't end up a 1 out of 5.
It's a pause, it's okay, you can waste time.
Order in, start a binge, slow your pace.
Don't wear pants
when you Zoom
or you FaceTime.
And don't touch your mouth, eyes, or face. Microbes have brought us together.
Microbes have torn us apart.
But for now, all we ask,
no big wow,
no big task.
Take a vow.
Take a Valium. Wear a mask. Oh, this is the most I've spoken to a stranger in 6 months.
I've been starved for adult interaction.
As have I. And I hate people.
Well, there's less of us now, so that's good.
So what irresistible force compels you to risk life and lung to brave the lethal droplets of Flight 342 to Los Angeles? Starved for adult interaction?
What do you mean?
Why the hell are we here?
Well, who's asking?
Out of time, out of hope, out of doors.
Nothing to see here.
Wouldn't press to request your unmasking. But how's this? I'll tell mine, you tell yours.
Need a few days away.
1 out of 5 this pandemic. Furlough, laid off with no plan. My case is old and systemic.
Racism?
Losing my job to a man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What job?
PR, pop stars, live events.
Oh, ouch.
So I flew to New York in a panic. Save my work, save my job, plead my case. But my firm was less firm than Titanic. And my mask hid the egg on my face.
Why was the egg on your face? You were just fighting for your career.
Because demanding equality from an industry that no longer exists is about as 2020 as it gets. Where are your secret bones buried? Come on, what's his name? Spill the tea.
No tea, I'm happily married.
Ah, the runaway bride who's got nothing to hide.
Do you mind?
Sorry, you know me.
I don't, actually.
Wear your mask.
Oh shit.
Thank you, this shouldn't be that hard. I'm sorry to make a scene. And by the way, I'm as safe AF, like 2 weeks through quarantine.
Oh, thank God.
Us too.
Now, normally I would have just let you fall to the floor, but I'm trying to be less of a sociopath these days. What with the world ending and all.
How did you break your,
I'd rather not discuss it, and I can't remember. I shattered my transverse arch. This was last month, it's now what, September. I hadn't had sex since March. It was the way that we were standing up at the time that was very exciting, but it was a little bit
night.
What? Don't go. Do you have any idea how desperate I am for a conversation? I mean, one that doesn't take place on a Zoom grid?
Go on.
I was just at the moment of...
Honey, I've been just at the moment of... for about 10 years now.
How about that created an unfortunate association?
It did.
What's his name? What's he do? What's the tea?
I call him Mr. Random House. I love him, even though he broke my foot. Thanks to him, I've got this book deal, but we might just be kaput. 'Cause frankly, if I had to make a choice between his love and him publishing my book, well, the truth is, we would have to take a look. Oh, Mr. Random House, why try to fight it? I've got our story all worked out. I only need to write it. I am sorry if I bullied you and it got a little weird. You were sweet to just give in and tell me it's win-win, but then you disappeared. Oh, Mr. Random House, just act like I'm alive, and I will show you I'm more than just the 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5 what?
Books, obviously.
Yeah, that's it, books.
Hi, I am so sorry to do this so last minute, but I decided to spend the weekend in Hawaii with my ex-girlfriend. I'm so excited. I'm at the airport right now. Could you just, die? Oh, hi. Guys, do you mind if I set myself up here? You are all amazing. Thank you. Oh, right. Why am I calling? I need to schedule my procedure with the doctor. Okay, I'll just call Dr. Tom when I'm back in town. Thank you, Amanda. Aloha! Hi, I'm Carly, she, her. Do you guys mind if I call you guys, collectively? I don't want to offend anyone who may identify as gender fluid or a non-binary human.
Maybe it's the mask, but I didn't understand one word or whatever the fuck it was you just said.
Don't worry, I never get sick. I just don't want to misgender you.
Relax, Cupcake. I don't care what you call me.
Just don't call me late for yoga.
Oh, do you want to do yoga?
God, no.
That's all right.
I broke my foot.
You can do yoga from your chair. Yoga with an injury. Yoga's just an extension of your breath and your life.
Find your center, breathe from your core, leave thoughts of the earthly world behind. Things were so much simpler before the world stepped in and blew your mind. This time can still be your time, and you've got more time to still be free. Free time, no strings on me time. That's how you wanted life to be. You knew you'd reach this fork in the road, but now which way to choose? This time you can't dismiss time. This time there's something real to lose.
Honey, are you okay?
Yes, all that was out loud.
I thought you were trying to be less of a sociopath.
Oh, I'm fine.
What do
it's
you
just-
have to lose?
I remember when the president said, "What do you have to lose?" And here we are.
November 3rd, sister. We're almost there.
Can't freaking wait.
I was a Bernie girl. But I would crawl over broken glass to get 45 out of office.
Lizzy, just keep quiet. It's the belly of the beast. And you're dying to respond, but God, give me strength at least. You flew here to one more state that some would call denial, to look for hope before too late and not this kind of trial.
45's good. I don't use his name either.
No, I like Tweety Pig.
Fly for
Find
one
your
more answer,
center,
really what
breathe
could be
from
the
your
harm?
core.
Take a
Leave
chance on
thoughts
one
of
more
the
treatment,
earthly
sure,
world
17 times the charm. Ask the
Things
Lord
were
to hear your
so
prayer,
much
to keep your dreams from dying. Until
before
he
the world
hears and
stepped in and
answers
blew
yes,
your
you strive to keep on
mind.
flying.
This time
could still be my
time. If I could buy time, then I'd be free. But this time, I can't dismiss time, 'cause time is running out for me.
How did we become so disconnected?
Racist, pussy-grabbing
Fears
racist.
of sickness and we're all infected.
How could Bikram
Well,
be
for
a
me, I
rapist?
could be a political
A fraud in chief.
I could scream when things seem hypocritical.
Beyond belief.
Hi.
Hello.
You were saying?
Yes, it will be great when he gets another term. Then he can finish what he started.
Destroying democracy?
Making America great again.
Oh, well.
You don't really think the vice president is up for the job, do you? And that woman, Kamala, she doesn't seem very nice.
Say her name. Get it right. Sounds like comma.
Kamala.
She has grit. She has wit. She has drive.
Kamala.
7 weeks she'll be in like Obama. And farewell to your dolt 45.
Yeah, you know how we become so informal. Soft clothes except now and then. One day we'll get back to normal.
Then I'll ignore you again. Look, I'm sorry. I'm on the spectrum. Sometimes shit just flies out of my mouth.
Really? That is so brave of you to admit.
Nah, I saw this series on Netflix. I'm just an asshole.
No, you're not. These are stressful times. I try to extend to everyone a measure of grace.
Well, that's sweet.
It'll all be fine.
Like a miracle, it'll just disappear.
It will. You'll see. Have faith. This coronavirus has been so overblown. I mean, can you see it?
Can you see God?
Of course, God is in everything.
Well, I've got some horrible news for you, darling. So is COVID-19.
I'll go.
No, that's ridiculous. This is your gate too. You have a right to be here. And there's just 5 of us. And we have 30 minutes until we board. So why don't we prove to ourselves and each other that even in the midst of this admitted shit show, we can still coexist, right?
Absolutely.
Awkward situations are like my jam.
None of this had to be this way.
Look, I don't know what you want from me. I'm already leaving
want
town.
Here, take that stupid thing off. I can't stand it.
Wear a mask.
Unless free of infection.
I'm negative.
Keep in mind, 1 in 5 lost their house.
I'll bet.
1 in 3 will reject the election.
1 in 4 will be leaving their spouse. Suck it up, it's the age of Corona. Is it really too much of an ask? Show a measure of grace. Damn it, cover your face and your rage and your terror, and don't end up the 1 out of 5. Wear a mask.
It'll cover the fear on your face.
Wear a mask.
You'll conceal how you feel out of place.
Wear a mask.
Till we get to that sweet other
Till
side.
this chapter is done. Till there's no need to hide. Wear a mask.
And fuck you, 2020.
Stay alive.
Just keep breathing and praying. And see that you just stay alive.
Attention passengers. Flight 342 service to Los Angeles will be delayed for 45 minutes to give our crew extra time to perform a thorough cleaning. In light of the current situation, we want to reassure you that we're creating a clean environment for you in our aircraft using a high-grade disinfectant to complement the hospital-grade air filters, which keep the air clean during flight to limit contamination. Thank you.
No, please, God, no!
You okay?
Can I help you? Are you in pain?
Oh, dear God, it's awful!
Wait, where does it hurt?
My battery died!
My, yes, that is brutal.
It is a 7. So it goes from like 50 to 1% and then it just shuts down.
Like my teenage daughter. No big deal.
It is brutal when you need your phone.
Damn it. Thought I brought my iPhone adapter. I'm sorry. I left the house in such a... I'm lucky I got out alive, I guess.
So what's in Los Angeles?
Oh, family reunion.
People are born in L.A.?
I mean, outskirts. Fresno. What about you? How many kids?
One teenage daughter. Entitled, irrational, and unaccountably angry.
Oh, I'm sure you could account for it if you gave it some thought.
We will find a place to get you a charger.
Where? Everything is COVID closed, even Shake Shack.
At least you're not in any physical pain. I thought maybe you'd cramped your foot.
No. The problem was metaphysical, not metatarsal. Goddamn, I'm good. I can't even stop myself.
How did you break it?
I had
Yeah,
sex standing up.
That's exciting.
It was all right, except for the part where he broke my foot.
Oh, yeah.
Are you one of those women who is compassionate and sexy and skinny and too nice to hate? Because I really can't with that right now.
Here, let me get you something. It's a baby wipe. It might be partially used.
No, it's okay.
You have kids, too?
2 kids, 2. 3 if you count my husband.
When I saw you, I pegged you as a single gal out on a series of dating misadventures.
Oh, if only.
Here. They're recycled.
Thank you.
Careful. You could cut yourself on those. So, Hawaii.
Very contained, very safe, everyone masked.
6 months ago, everyone walking around in masks would have been the weirdest thing in the world.
Or Tokyo.
An ex-girlfriend.
My, how progressive.
She's amazing. Life paths diverge, She's the head of the Honolulu Institute for Clinical Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine.
Asian.
Oh. No, it really is called that. So, anyway, all expenses paid, drinking, dancing.
Everyone's life is more interesting than mine, and I'm the one who's supposed to write about it. Guys,
So it is guys now.
I need your help.
This is your fault.
All of you, hear me out. My publisher is my boyfriend, or at least I think he is. But we came to a conclusion, but it wasn't really his, that he'd cave into my whining on a pitch he didn't really like. But what I lacked in sensitivity, he made up in passive aggressivity. Gotta stop the flood of negativity and stick my finger in the dike. No offense.
See, I knew that you were creative. I have a sense about these things. You have an energy about you.
Who is your publisher?
I call him Mr. Random House.
Okay, so you bullied your way into a deal to write a book for this guy at Random House you're schnooping. And you've been paid?
Yes.
But you haven't written it yet.
Wait, so how do you get paid for a book you haven't written?
It's called a blind book deal, in this case particularly apt.
Excuse me, did you say that you had a child or you ate a child?
And you feel conflicted because maybe he just gave it to you because you're sleeping together and you have no idea if you really deserve it.
I deserve it, sister.
What is it like based on your Twitter feed?
No! My Facebook profile.
See, I have a sense about these things.
I made a book deal about a subject with implications that for women are great. A heavy subject of depth and gravity, a burden every woman shares.
Don't tell me wait.
Weighty Matters, a book called Weighty Matters. How we're obsessed with what we eat and how we look. Weighty Matters is now in tatters.
Your boyfriend's right. That was the worst idea for a book.
Is it a diet book?
No. Well,
It had recipes.
some for living. I was going to use weight as a metaphor. Psychic weight, societal weight, how we carry it around with us as women, sometimes into our bodies.
Write a book about Botox. I carry a lot of Botox around into my face. I'll buy that.
See, I need a new idea, just like that one, only not. Something that will show him that I have an open mind, that I am flexible, not like his other girlfriends.
Other girlfriends?
She means in the past.
Yeah.
I got an appointment with Shake Shack. Damn it!
Please, I'm in a crisis.
I can't help you.
I've got no friends here.
I don't know you.
I have to process, and my iPhone is dead.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
I need a new pitch.
I can help you.
One great idea.
Oh, me too.
I need it quick.
Did you not hear what I just said?
Yes, weighty matters. We all have weighty matters. You have your glam by coastal life, and I have squat.
You're so unique.
One sexy housewife.
You're nice.
One freak of nature.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But your perspective is essential.
No, it's not.
I want Mr. Random House. I need a Hail Mary. Or both might deal into our relationship. I know he's gonna bury. Remember Madeline Albright, who put it very well. For girls who hear the call, yet let their sisters fall. There's a special place in hell.
This is my idea of hell.
Well, my name is Sissy. I am a writer, and I have taken a 5-figure advance. I've got to earn it. I can't return it because I spent it all on weed and stretchy pants. Weighty matters. Let's tackle weighty matters. So Mr. Random House and I can re-begin. His eyes will open, his heart will soften, and with your help I think I'll find a new way in. Somehow, some way in and help her new way in. I think I'll find it if you'll only wait.
So, your name is Sissy?
Well, Sissy, short for Saoirse.
Bless you.
No, Saoirse, like the actress. Saoirse Shannon Shanahan.
Oh.
My dad was Seamus Shanahan, and my mother was Siobhan Seamus O'Shea. So
Got it. Shoshana. Shumai.
Saoirse.
Thank you. That is so helpful.
It's Irish.
So a book. Wow. They still have those?
Right?
How'd you meet him?
Oh, met him on Hinge. We went out on one date. He was a little too for me, and I was a little too for him, but we had a nice time. But since Hinge is like friends of friends on Facebook, soon he started commenting on my posts and hitting my like
I
button.
bet he did.
So this was before we realized that Facebook was just an open fire hydrant of conspiracy theories.
Oh my, I've never heard it put quite that way.
So then it turned into this professional thing, but then I started sleeping with him, but then he asked if I had a proposal for a book idea. So I typed up the status update that I happen to be working on. I'm not proud of any of this.
I think you need a reframe.
So like a book, like great women of history, like Joan of Arc and Betty Friedan and whoever, but they're all like sitting at that cute oceanfront cafe from Big Little Lies.
I mean, for your soul. You're not looking for a quick fix. You need a paradigm shift.
So like once in a lifetime pandemic cannot count as my paradigm shift because my deadline is tomorrow.
Ask for an extension.
That is what I need you for. Entertainment law?
Public relations.
Doesn't matter. You convince people for a living. That is what I need.
Honey, that is the tip of the iceberg of what you need.
You know, it's kind of like the monkey outside the cage, but the fruit is inside the cage. But when he reaches for it, his hand becomes a fist. And it's like he can never have both the fruit and his freedom.
So you're still in an intimate relationship with this man.
Well, on and off. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
That is what it says on his relationship status. I think it means that we're not exclusive.
So you made yourself available to a man who can't make himself available for you.
Well, he's available to me and every other single woman in the tri-state area.
A man who can't make love to you without breaking you.
That is so deep.
You know, you're kind of inspiring.
Yeah, what's your secret?
Secret? Oh, there's no secret. It's all about balance. Balancing your doshas, eating and sleeping.
Sleeping?
Doshas?
I can't sleep. Eating, I got down.
If it's insomnia you're carrying, try a smidgen of valerian. And ginkgo helps you think, oh yes it does. If you're drowsy, you could try a tin of ginseng or some Gaia. There's a way to make your life the way it was. The way it was.
I must sound so screwed up to you.
That sounds right.
Oh, come on.
No, Black Maleficent is right. So how do you do it?
I like herbs. I like vegetables and fruits. I like anything that, unlike me, has dared to put down roots. A cure's a gift from heaven if it's growing in the ground, and there's an herb for everything. I have found if my spirits need support, I just swallow, rub, or snort one little drop of St. John's wort. And though mean, unhealthy people like to claim it's all a crock, there's an herb for everything, like turning back the clock.
Listen, the ship of Docious has sailed.
Well then, what do you suggest?
Yeah. What do you suggest?
I like drugs.
Excuse me?
Paxil keeps my stars aligned.
Can't think straight without my Adderall.
Observe her open mind.
There's Eastern and there's Western. You need both to keep it real. 'Cause there's a drug for everything to help you heal.
To help you heal. Kava Kava sees you through. And green tea's a magic brew. Lowers the risk of cancer too. What you put inside your body should be fuel that takes you far. And there's an herb for everything to help with where you are. There you are. So cut out sugar.
Cut out salt. May I say I like Cymbalta.
Drugs can give you lots of side effects, or
God forbid, provide effects.
Well, nowadays it all comes down to immunity.
See this crisis as opportunity. 'Cause I'm never sick, I'm healthy and free. Yes, that's me. I like herbs.
You like simple and organic.
And for me, it's just not natural to look at life and panic. But as ancient Chinese medicine has proved 100-fold, there's an herb for everything. But facing growing old. I like herbs. I'm a vegan. No white flour. No dairy. No carbs after 3.
Well, I like wine out of a mug so that no one even knows it's wine.
I feel a stress binge coming on and everything is closed.
You two have so much in common. I mean, she's in an untenable situation with a man who's holding power over her in business. I know you have experience with that.
When did this become my circus?
Well, why can't we just talk to each other like women used to, you know, before we were married to our phones? We're here for a moment. She chose us. Or something did.
Attention, passengers. Our aircraft is now free from contamination. Flight 342 service to Los Angeles. One moment, please.
Saved by the pre-boarding. Bon voyage, ladies. When we get on the plane, I'll be the one ahead of you, turning left. See you never.
Sure. Sorry about the whiplash, folks, but due to what the National Weather Service is calling a cool, dry microburst, Flight 342 service to Los Angeles is delayed for another hour. Wow, look at that. There goes the internet.
Climate change. Should have seen that one coming. Oh well, what's another hour among friends? Gotta let my family know I'm delayed.
Okay then, back to my book.
Yes, I really like your Great Women in History, Big Little Lies, Oceanfront Cafe idea.
I do too, but I'm liking this more.
This?
Hear me out. 5 women, 5 different walks of life, 5 stories, each fascinating in their own way. What do these disparate characters have in common? What binds them together? What lessons do they have to teach us? That is the subject of this book.
I'm gonna wait for the movie.
What about you? A real housewife of JFK.
Well, I am a housewife. I don't know how real I am. Just a typical mom who loves her typical spouse, warm and comfortable in her safe and stable house. 2 adorable boys and pets enough for a zoo, toys and Tupperware. It's a picture of a dream come true. Prince of Industry came and gave the girl a new plan. Pumpkin carriage became a Honda minivan. 5 years later and poor girl's brain is slow to a crawl. Modern fairy tale, call it ever after all. Sweeping crumbs and wiping bums and fixing their snacks. My life's as sweet and settled as can be. So what if every now and then my armor shows cracks? They're small enough that no one else can see. Start the day in my sweatpants, vow to get to the gym. Odds of making it are the one thing getting slim. Not a moment to shower, shave my legs or shampoo. 6 o'clock arrives, I'm his picture of a dream. Strange as it may seem, the fractured picture of a dream come true. No complaints and no regrets, and blessed and blissed. I'd say there's no one luckier than I. You'd never know to look at me, the chances I've missed, or how sometimes I'm so bored I wanna die. Riding off in the sunset with my prince on his steed, buckling under the weight of all our mouths to feed. That's my virtual snapshot, torn and frayed at the seam, slightly blurred a bit, but to look at it, not quite the perfect picture of a dream.
You know, I was supposed to fly to this surprise party in Montecito last June, and I didn't end up going, but it turns out Meghan Markle was there. I think we would have been good friends. You know, yoga on the beach.
I've paid my debt to society.
Where are you going?
There's gotta be somewhere in this shithole airport I can sit behind my N95 in peace.
Oh, you don't want to waste an N95 at the gate.
Watch me.
What about you? Your career, your marriage, something, your sex life?
You're kidding. 20 years of marriage, she got more action going through security. Next chapter.
Listen, don't feel bad. My husband and I don't have sex anymore either. I mean, this is what happens when you have kids. I mean, I completely lost my sex drive, and my doctor prescribed this testosterone cream for me to rub into my clitoris, and that didn't even work.
Really? And then what happened?
You might want to consider a more organic option. Something like a dong quai or a horny goat weed.
Horny dong what?
Seriously, I gotta go.
No, please.
You are not the only one in a crisis, Bridget. I have built a career in an industry that vanished overnight. I am the sole supporter of my family. I have a husband 15 years my senior who can't leave the house and a stir-crazy daughter who can't bear to stay. And so I have raced to the other side of the continent to protect said sole support, only to discover that I am up against another mediocre white man. A situation in which, if history has taught us anything, the odds are never in my favor. That's my story. Oh, God, it's my assistant. How am I going to thread this fucking needle? Colette? Colette, relax. It's looking grim. Just as we feared, it's coming down to me and him. Try not to cry. I'm going to try the best I can. It isn't fair, but let's prepare to change the plan. Hang on.
I didn't know what to expect. I thought I'd be able to just sling my kids over my shoulder and take them anywhere with me. I didn't think it would change everything.
It does change everything, doesn't it?
Oh, Jane, enough. Don't hedge your bets. You're not Al-Qaeda, and I don't respond to threats. I've been your ally since this horror show began. So you can damn well change your tone and change your plan. Fine, put him on. Colette, no, we're not gonna Me Too him. Although, desperate times. Jesus, I trained you too well. Hang on. My dearest Walter, when I met you, you were the king of your domain. You were a master of the universe, no boundaries could contain. So I'm afraid I can't abet you in letting history be defiled by your insistence. You can't discipline a 15-year-old child. I love you too. Yeah, it's me. Send over a box of condoms with a note. I'll make it up to you when I get back. Hang on.
I'm gonna see how much longer this delay is gonna take.
Dr. Tom. Oh, no. I told Amanda. I felt a shift. I can't say how, but it's a gift if I keep living in the now.
Hey, those sex herbs, donkey dong, and horny goats balls.
How much time do I have left, Dr. Tom? Oh, I thought it was more.
I've got this chance to catch my breath and get a tan. It's a sign to take my time and change my plan. Change of plans, an opportunity to find my inner source. Thought I'd let go a bit and grow a bit, so Dr. Tom, if it's all the same to you, I'll stay the course. So let me fly, let it be. I want just one more precious moment to be free. Put what I've done away and run away and make no plans till I come up with a plan for changing me.
They have to de-ice the plane in September. Another hour.
Colette, my God, don't quit. I need you. You're all I've got that keeps me sane. You've been my partner, a second daughter, but with half the mishigas as Jane.
Hey, baby. Delayed. I'll call you when I land.
Oh, babe, I feel my feet get colder hour after hour with each delay. It's like my family's out there pulling me from 15 miles away.
Bye for now. Aloha.
Okay, fine. See what you can dig up. God help me.
There was the pickle.
I had plans. I was gonna be published by 25, married by 30, New York Magazine contributor by 40.
There was no good age for this to happen. Not for any of us. it's hard to hope. It's new and strange, but could this mean that things are just about to change? We'll say another prayer and leave it in God's hands, and trust He's got mysterious ways to change our plans.
Change is good.
Change is a motherfucker. That's no reason not to do it.
Change of plans.
Change of plans.
It's in His power to decide to make a switch.
If you think well enough is hell enough, then change your plans.
But I'm telling you, you've got no time to bitch, so change your plans.
Change your mind.
Change your clothes.
Make it sound like it's a simple act of will.
It may seem painful, but it's easier to change your plans. 'Cause the hardest thing of all is standing still.
I thought you were leaving.
Right. Thanks for reminding me. I guess I just can't quit you.
So, 2 boys filling up the house? To me, that sounds just like heaven.
Where are you from?
Indiana.
Indiana. Wow.
Wait, if you're from Indiana, why are you flying to LA?
Oh, I'm not. I'm over at gate B28. It was lonely over there. You all seemed so nice.
It's the keen powers of perception for me.
So what brought you to New York?
Oh, I planned a girls' trip. That's a lie. I told my husband that, but it isn't true. And I never lie to him. Believe me.
The plot thickens. If you got a story, Indiana, spill it.
Oh, he's wonderful. We're really very happy.
Great. Then why the lie?
I couldn't ask him to come to New York. He hates big cities. Anyway.
I'm sure Sissy would appreciate your perspective, Lizzy.
Oh, no. You would be wasting a chapter.
That's not true, Lizzy. I never meet any normal American women.
Country girls.
I am not a country girl. I am normal, whatever that means. But I'm not without my travails.
Wow, fancy. Travails.
Oh, God, you're not a writer, too.
I'm a school teacher. I love kids.
Teaching today's impressionable youth.
What do you teach?
Language arts to 3rd graders.
So what was that on the phone?
Oh, nothing, really.
Sorry, honey. Saoirse Shannon Shanahan needs your story.
Oh, my God, not you getting it right.
You're welcome. Come on, Indiana, spill the tea.
What?
What's your story?
I don't have a story. What you see is what you get. Just a girl from Indiana, like 100 girls you've met. Though 20 years as Bobby's wife have been all I could dream of, there's one refrain throughout my life I've made a central theme of. We were so happy, I was so young. Time was my plaything and spring had just sprung. Dream house and white picket fence, saving our dollars and cents, planning begun for the blessing that one day would be a baby for Bobby and me. Knit my first blanket, booties and bib. Bobby was handy, so he built the crib. Though we tried year after year, baby refused to appear. I started teaching, but I knew eventually there'd be a baby for Bobby and me. Time kept flying as folks started prying with, "Wake up, Lizzy, you two get busy. Bob's not much of a family man, is he?" Soon the docs with fertility clocks had us in a tizzy. We'd get dizzy, sex on odd weekdays, me my legs up. Bobby would into a cup. Tried every trick in the book, spending whatever it took. Now there's nothing but babies wherever you look. By now all my sisters each had at least 3. It's not rocket science. How hard can it be when all I want's a family, a baby for Bobby and me. Bobby runs his own auto shop now. I'm around kids all day long. We know you're out there. We are ready to love you. Finally, completely ready. Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. That's when I want you so much I could die. Snow days and red runny noses. Mother's Day breakfasts and roses. Being a part of the joy at the start of that bright sunny day when school closes. A sweet little face when I turn out the light. A voice saying, Mommy, I love you, good night. I know we'll be complete when we are baby and Bobby and me. That was Bobby on the phone. The doctor accidentally called him with news but wouldn't tell him what it was. He said he was going into surgery and he'd call me back on my phone. The right phone. Bobby got so excited, the doctor calling out of the blue. But it wasn't out of the blue. I didn't want to get his hopes up again. So I acted surprised. We have been at this for 7 years.
Wow. I'm sorry.
That must be really hard.
We've been to every fertility specialist in the Midwest. That's why I came to New York. To see the one best doctor in the country who might be willing to use my eggs for a 3rd round of in vitro.
3 rounds of in vitro?
I didn't have the heart to tell him why I came here. Like I was going to have a socially distanced weekend in the coronavirus hotspot of America. Let me show you a picture of him.
Actually, we've flattened that curve by now. You're really thinking of Florida.
That's not the point.
He's been my rock. I don't know what I would do without him.
Let's see your Captain Wonderful. Oh, well, he's bald like a baby. That's something.
He's wonderful.
7 years. Your eggs ought to be past the expiration date by now.
I'm thinking Tourette's.
When I was a girl, when we were growing up, I always thought we had more time. We could spend our 20s building our careers and then think about getting pregnant later. Then I started seeing all these statistics. By the age of 30, your chances of conception drop exponentially every year. Well, I was 35 by the time I figured that out.
I mean, here's what I've figured out. We've been fed this idea that there's nothing more fulfilling than having children.
There isn't. I mean, is there?
I mean, it's like there's this conspiracy, this shameful secret around motherhood that it's wonderful and rewarding and all that. But you might not like it.
I can't imagine that.
I mean, you crave adult human contact. Any interaction that involves your mind, your real thoughts and feelings. You walk around with this emptiness. And you try to fill it with Cheetos or Hershey Kisses or whatever the hell they're eating. And you can't believe you have to watch Sophia the First one more time. And you have to act interested. And then you feel guilty because you're not. But you're a human too. You've had dreams and goals and a fucking brain. But then one day you realize that you don't know how it happened or when. But you lost yourself. Housewife and mother, and schools and play dates. People who see me, that's all they see. And that may be true, but what about who I was meant to be? I go through my life with a kind of knowing I'm more than I may appear. Hidden inside me, buried inside me, somebody dreaming, somebody screaming, I'm here. See me, I'm here, but in my other life, I don't have to fight. In my other life, I walk in plain sight. Passion and love is mine. I get my turn to shine, and nothing keeps my dreams from taking flight. Somewhere in my other life, I live in the
Could I get your name for the acknowledgments in the front of my book?
Just say the sad, crazy lady at the airport. I don't know who you're talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay. In just a few moments, we will begin pre-boarding Flight 342 service to Los Angeles, departing at Gate B26. Remember, there will be no food or drink service on board, and masks must be worn for the duration of the flight to avoid contamination.
Bobby, hi, honey. You did what? Why did you buy me that? It's so expensive.
Give me your phone.
That's really sweet.
It's not my number. It's my therapist. You're even darker than me. Julia.
Amy. I'm Carly.
Sissy.
I know.
Goat ball sweat and horse penis.
Excuse me?
Orgasmic inhibition.
Oh, Donquay and horny goat weed.
Got it. Have fun.
Thanks.
Wear sunscreen.
Thanks. Do you need help boarding?
No. I'll be fine. You be well.
You too.
Bobby, I am fine. I love you.
Can you believe Little Red Riding stayed over there?
I'm happy for her.
Someone should mention the word adoption to her at some point.
I'm sure somebody already has.
Thank you for waiting, folks. We will now begin pre-boarding through Gate B26, first-class passengers and passengers traveling with small children. Flight 342, now pre-boarding.
Good luck.
You too.
Well, ladies, it's been a slice of heaven. Let's just thank God it's all over. What did I say?
Oh my God, what's happening? Just everyone
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing a power outage of indeterminate origin.
Indeterminate
Please
origin?
move to the nearest gate area and remain there until further notice.
It's a terrorist attack!
Let's all stay calm. It's probably just a power glitch in the main generator.
Oh, is there anything she doesn't know?
The limit to your negativity.
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems as if that microburst put quite a strain on the power lines. So, until further notice, we are under emergency power.
Plague,
Please
unemployment,
disconnect all
climate
electronic
change. Nope,
equipment from all
blackout is
outlets
not on
and
my
parts
apocalypse
stations.
bingo app.
I'm not even supposed to be here! I'm not flying anywhere! I bought a ticket so I could wait at the gate for Mr. Random House so that he could forgive me for ramming weighty matters down his throat. And he would see that I was big enough to ask for a compromise, and he would grant me one more extension, and it would be like Sleepless in Seattle. And we would both feel safe and loved and run up to the top of the Empire State Building.
I'm sorry, you're not flying anywhere?
I'm sorry, you bought a ticket?
No, I'm sorry. This is now the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. And that's after listening to you for 10 minutes.
You paid to wait inside the airport?
Well, you can't just wait at the gate anymore. This isn't pre-9/11.
I'm sure they must have day passes.
Do they?
Don't they?
So naturally, there's some sort of freakish weather event that swoops in to punish me like some incredible poetic justice, like God's sense of humor at my expense.
I don't think God works like that.
Oh, the expert, of course. What's next? Rain of frogs? If God's so great, why doesn't he free up a cell phone?
Oh, it's my husband.
You asked for that.
I really did.
Hi, honey. I can't believe you got through. I'm so glad you called me back. What are they telling you? Yeah, it's a blackout. Yeah, he says they're not letting anyone in or out, planes or people.
No one in either? For how long?
Not even Mr. Random House.
They're saying it could be hours.
No one's laughing.
Maybe it's a sign.
Maybe it is.
A sign that we need to live every day to the fullest. As if it may be our last. You can confide in me.
These things always happen for a reason. And we just need to close our eyes and listen for the why.
I love you too. Pray for us.
Jean-Paul Sartre once said, hell is other people. And he was on the French Riviera at the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the power outage, the Transportation Security Administration has issued a directive for those passengers who have proceeded past security to remain within your gate areas until further notice. Thank you for your cooperation.
How many times can you pluck your eyebrows?
How many times can you clean your purse?
How much can a woman knit?
How long can a person sit?
I want my computer.
If I had a gun, I'd shoot her.
Halfway through my second blanket.
I've read this, people, 13 times.
If my life was a show, it'd be Les Mis, but twice as slow.
Hope they don't keep prying. How long can I keep on lying? Oh, stuck here at the airport watching time tick by. Planes are standing still and sadly so am I. Stuck inside my head, wishing I was her instead. Yes, I'm stuck here at the airport, happens all the time. Piss each other off we may, but that's no crime. Time to be polite. Maybe there's a book to write about some girls who can't take flight.
If every woman has got a story, mine would be written by Stephen King. A house that's too big, a soul-sucking gig that kills everything.
There are so many more undiscovered rainbows I thought I'd still get to chase. But somewhere inside me, hidden inside me, growing inside me, changes I don't want to face. Steps I can't retrace.
no one decides my fate, and hope's a thing I never have to lose. Somewhere in my other life,
Somehow in my other life, I live how I choose. In my other life, I'm not in these shoes. I'm in complete control. I get to change my role. And though there's not one dream I can't pursue, why dream of another life? Why can't I just love my life? Could dreaming of my other life make it come true? If every woman has got a story,
I'm Cinderella at the ball, and there's no
I go
midnight.
through life with a kind of knowing.
I make my living writing, and I have no doubts.
So many more undiscovered rainbows.
The house is smaller, our lives are simpler, and we are
And though
happy.
there's not one dream
The baby.
I can't pursue.
I am Peter Pan, and time is my faithful companion.
What if dreaming of my other life could make it come
Ladies, I may have mentioned
Your book?
Only about 100 times.
I am out of paper and my laptop is dead.
Here, you can use my notes app.
Thank you. What's your code?
Ricola. They're herbal.
Oh, like the throat lozenges. We use those in the theater.
We?
Okay, that worked.
Oh, so the theater. An actress. Did I see you in anything?
Not that you would have remembered, probably. Ensemble stuff. I was in the second year of my 4th Broadway show when I got pregnant. And honestly, I was relieved to get a break from the 8 shows a week thing. But even if I wanted to go back or, was able to, it's too late, so. I still try to be creative, though. I try to write and try to paint. But I guess the most creative thing I do now is find new ways for my boys to eat their vegetables.
Geez, I had to ask. Old gloomy guts over here.
All right, ladies. It is time to move our bodies.
Wait a minute. What? What? Says who?
Says the ageless succubus with the hot bod.
Crisis meets opportunity. Come on.
This'll do wonders for the stress of the delay.
Yoga Nazi.
I know, right? It's kind of turning me on.
Now, before we begin to move, does anyone have any ailments or injuries I need to know about? Yes, I know.
Namaste.
Take another cleansing breath. Hands to the heart, feet just apart, and coming into warrior one.
Coming into warrior one.
Warrior two.
Warrior two.
Arms follow through.
I'm through.
Turn to the teacher in you. Yoga keeps you youthful, childlike, truthful, just how young one cannot gauge. Then real life marches up and smacks you down and tells you that it's time to act your age.
Falling into forward fold.
I've stretched and meditated, worked out, dated, all to spare me from this stage. But now the biggest stretch, it seems to me, is thinking I could ever act my age.
Take another
not a ticking clock that guides my fate. It's will I choose to live or live too late? And will I still be free to move or trapped inside a cage? As muscles that expand, contract, you can't stand still and stay intact. You're all grown up, it's time to act. Falling into forward fold, forward fold, another cleansing breath and hold, and hold.
I understand. Thank you, doctor. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, that's my husband. Okay, all right, sounds good. Thank you. Bye. Hey, Bobby. Yeah. So, first things first. I lied to you about why I came to New York, the whole girls trip thing. I just didn't. How did you know? Right. I love you too. So you put it all together, right? So I guess I have to tell you that I'm so sorry, Bobby. I know. I'm so sorry, Bobby. Thank you. I love you too. I'm sorry for everything. Oh, Bobby, my battery. I'll call you up to the power. If it wasn't meant to be, if it never could come true, would I wake up every morning with my head so full of you? Would this dream be something I could clearly see? If it wasn't meant to be, would I hear your little laugh? Would I know your kiss goodnight? Would I feel your arms around me like you're holding me so tight? Would this love for you be pouring out of me? If it wasn't meant to be, for I can see you running down the hill into my arms, running to your daddy at the door, and I can hear him saying as we look down at your face, isn't this what we've been waiting for? Am I supposed to just not want that anymore? If we really had no chance, if believing wasn't smart, why would God have lit this fire just to burn inside my heart? I suppose I'd have to finally set you free. If it wasn't, if it isn't meant to be.
Carly? Are you worried about growing old or that you may not live to grow old at all?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, it's just all this talk about homeopathic remedies, which I know people get really into when they have a serious illness to deal
I
with.
told you I never get sick.
Who's Dr. Tom? I'm sorry, I just happened to overhear it. It was an accident.
He is my... I really don't want to talk about
You're on
it.
a first name basis with your doctor?
He's Chinese. Dr. Ping Tom, MD. And even that is more than I'm really comfortable
It's okay, really. I feel like I'm onto something with all of you here, that there's so much to talk about, so much that hasn't been said, not by us.
I can't. I mean, not unless you can promise me it's not going to end up in some book.
I can't promise you that.
I'm not the expert
What?
on God, on anything.
Oh, well, language arts. 3rd grade.
But I wanted to check in with you,
Here we go.
see how you're holding up. You know, your people.
Okay, yeah. I've got a lot of your people checking in on me these days. And you know what? Thanks. I'm good.
Look, I know I couldn't say her name when we met. I mean, I get it. If you can say that Irish girl's name, I ought to be able to say the name of the candidate for VP, right?
Right. So what is it?
I know how you see me. It's just not who I am. I don't understand what you're saying when you talk about me like I'm a racist.
I didn't call you a racist.
You know what I mean. Red states, blue states, it's all anyone hears about. I am not a racist. I do not have one single racist thought in my head or feeling in my heart.
I think we just maybe have a different idea of what that word means.
Then teach me. I want to learn what I don't understand. I am a teacher.
And I am not. I already have a job. 3, if you count my husband and daughter. I don't have time to teach remedial anti-racism.
I mean, I know it's complex. I know that there is more to it than just not saying the N-word.
Oh, honey. If Yoga Girl hadn't crippled me just now, I would be up and out of this conversation so fast.
But I want to know.
Why?
Because I want to get something right.
Thanks for coming to comfort me.
I'm sorry.
The white tears are not helpful.
You have every right to be angry.
I'm not angry, love. I'm tired.
I know. Because your people are being shot in their beds and their cops literally have their knees on your necks.
Please,
and
stop. I don't have the language for this. It's not that our children are dying or the cops have their knees on our necks. It's that it's nothing new. Only new to you. To you, it's 2020 and the great racial awakening. To us, it's Thursday. This is America. So welcome, Indiana. I'm glad you could finally join us. But you coming to me now with your heartfelt compassion, late. Very fucking late.
I'm sorry. If this pandemic has taught us anything, it's that we are all connected. And that until all of us are safe, none of us are.
Lizzy, when I say I don't have the language to talk about this, I mean I don't have the language to talk about this with you. What?
Camila.
You keep at it. Right now, I'm gonna go murder that skinny little lesbian. You did this to me. Hey, help me stand up straight. No, not like that. Stand there, take my arm. Oh, no, my shoulder. Oh, no, not my shoulder. What are you doing?
You're impossible!
Practicing yoga without a license? Now you've crippled me. Well, if we ever get out of this hellhole alive, I'll make you pay. I'll scrape the tattoo off your back if I have to. What? I didn't say you could touch me.
Show me where it hurts.
Here.
Okay. Come here. This here. Good. Ekam, dve, trini.
Oh my God.
How's that?
I just came in my pants a little.
Seriously. There aren't enough herbs in China that could turn me into her.
Why would you want to be me?
I don't know. Perfect body, perfect skin, perfect outlook on life, sex, dating.
Thank you. You're just stuck. Why do you obsess over the one man? You could be dating.
I am dating, believe me. I have tried everything they've got, and I mean everything. I power up my laptop or my Apple toy du jour. For nowadays, that's how a girl best meets her paramour. The website's Jewish, but I'm Irish, so I've crafted my request. It's no fetish, but Paul Rudd-ish is the ish that I like best. But when I meet him in the flesh, he's crass as balls and old as fuck, like a colleague of Joe Pesci's with their beamy Irish look. And he's less Paul Rudd than Sweeney Todd by way of Donald Trump. So please open a new window, God. I think I'm gonna jump. I'm on a J-date. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, how much more than it says in your profile do you actually date? Oh, what is it about you that's screaming you'd be an exceptionally lousy late date? What's that you say, date? You left your wallet at home, so now I'm gonna have to pay date. Oh, that's okay, date.
That's never okay.
No, well, hinging, yeah, we clicked, sure. In real life, I can't abide him. Where's that He-Man in that picture with the tiger right beside him? It's a date worse than death, and like damn shit, piss or nerd. Date is just a four-letter word. I've Asian mingled, okayed, Cupid, black folks met, and Match.com'd. I've just lunched and zoozed and bageled, and I've bumbled and I've bombed. But the world of pain, the sulfurous smell that leaves one's soul bereft, are those portals to the gates of hell, where one swipes right or left. I give you Tinder, that soul-destroying app on your
your phone that reduces everyone to a series of narcissistic and self-delusional selfies.
Tinder.
And your shallowness in the pursuit of a life partner on an app designed for hooking up is only amplified by the downloading of Clover, Fish or Hitch or Happen or Blender. Hashtag I surrender.
Hate at first glance.
I'd cry to my gay friend Charles, but he's too busy getting blown 3 times a day on Grindr.
Swipe to the left.
There are people out there getting laid, just not you. Swipe right for this friendly reminder.
They're either living with their mothers or wear an earring and think it's kind of sporty.
Or else they're married to 3 others.
Or look like Snow White's 8th dwarf shorty.
It's the old date and switch. You're just one among the herd. 'Cause date is just a 4-letter word. Love's just I swore I'd never again allow myself to get hooked like that condition. Screw all these happy couples getting to cozy up on their couches watching Indian matchmaking while I'm stuck here with nothing but a bag of stale Trader Joe's air-popped popcorn proposition. A costly competition where your heart is the price of admission.
Your profile is the best.
I tend to get obsessed.
My mom's ignored your friend request.
I blame you, Zuckerberg.
Date
Trust just a motherfucking
4-letter word.
Yes, date is just a curse, like none you've ever heard, but one you've got to rise above.
So rise above
I'm
it.
saying date is just a 4-letter word, but piss, shit, cock, sex, damn, fuck, so is love. God, date it to hell. It's dead.
In service of a good cause.
With the thanks of a grateful nation.
And yet there's still so much we don't know.
Sorry. It's too private.
Have you ever considered, Lizzy, that the reason you have a successful marriage is because you didn't have children?
Bingo.
It has occurred to me.
I mean, all that time and effort you didn't have to pour into children, you and your husband got to invest in your relationship. I envy you.
I envy you.
Believe it or not, I envy both of you.
I don't envy anyone.
I envy that. Aren't you gonna get that?
No.
Well, what if it's your husband?
I'm good.
So what's his name?
Who?
Your man in L.A. Come on, honey. Why are you really going to L.A. if you're not having an affair? Just do yourself this kindness. Think about the rest of your life. It's the only one you get.
I really don't know what you're talking about. You're the one having the affair.
What?
Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to... Oh, my God, there's nowhere to go.
I overheard your conversation with your assistant.
Oh.
About sending the box of condoms with the note?
You misunderstood. I was sending those to my daughter.
Whoa. No, I think that's very healthy.
She chooses the moment I'm stuck out of town to throw a tantrum and threaten to have sex to get me riled up. Well, I wasn't going to give her the big reaction she wanted, and I wasn't going to give in to her either.
So you're not having an affair?
Fuck no. You're all alone on this one.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, you don't even know me.
You lose yourself day after day. I had a brain. I had goals. I had dreams and a big Broadway career. No, Blanche, you chose that life. You chose to have one child, and then you chose to have another. You were a competent, healthy woman in America.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
It didn't say anything before because you were spewing your Patty put upon housewife horse shit, and I was trying to be nice. But now...
You, nice. Really? No. You don't think you're nice. You think you're perfect, blameless. Well, I've got news for you, Julia. When it comes to having the guts to open up, you've nothing on these women here.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about you. They've all had their cards on the table, all of them, for the last 14 godforsaken hours. These 3 women know more about me than most of my former coworkers.
You're not hearing me. I've bared my soul, and you're judging me for it. What more do you think I owe you?
You owe the fucking truth.
Oh, you want the truth? Well, here's the truth about you, Julia. You have a teenage daughter and a husband you treat like children when you're not treating them like employees, which is one of the 2 ways you treat everyone, by the way. And you're being passed over at work by some mediocre man, not because you're a woman, but because there is an expiration date on being a self-righteous bully and an insufferable bitch. And today is that day. You've missed the last 16 years of your life leading up to it. The whole thing, gone.
Listen, you crazy kids don't mean all that. You're just commiserating. Men are hopeless. Marriage is hard. There is a glass ceiling for all of us women. Remember what happened to Hillary? Stressful situations like this can really screw with your hormones, you know.
Stop. All of our weak excuses, all of our talk in vain. Each of us women with hope in our hearts and with having it all on the brain. We try to control every player and the way the pieces will fall. We poor little children, it's high time we learn. We're already having it all of us having it all. All of the suffering, all of the stress, all of the rules to obey, all the same workload for half the respect, and all for 2/3 of the pay. You'll get all of the blame for the bad stuff, all your children's most miserable quirks, while your husband gets points doing dad stuff, taking credit for whatever works. All of your time and attention and love, all thrown against a brick wall, and that's your reward at the end of the day, when you're working at having it all. Be a good mother, whatever that means, and watch as her dad pulls away. Now scramble to spice up your bedroom routines with one more absurd negligee. Then escape to the warmth of your passion, to the work that you love and adore, till the day when you fall out of fashion and your work loves you not anymore. All of that juggling for all of those years, only to drop every ball. And that's how it goes when you're playing the game and losing at having it all. What did we really expect? How could we be so naive? Who could we trust? How did we know what to believe? Nobody tells you it's war. Nobody fights on your side. Maybe you're beaten and bloodied and bruised, but stand there and know that you tried. You fought and tried. Now you may not know how till you get there, working woman and mother and wife, how to look at that pile of regret there and say I was just living my life. All of that heartbreak for all that you've done, most men would crumble and fall, but look what you get at the end of the day.
His name is Michael. We've known each other since college. We have feelings for each other. It's really confusing. He makes me feel beautiful. And he sees me. Reminds me of who I lost. I wasn't going out there because my marriage isn't wonderful. I was going out there to, I don't know. Thanks for holding back the wisecracks.
You do not make it easy.
I know it's despicable, monstrous, unforgivable.
I would say human.
Well, I'm pregnant.
What?
I mean, if we're all opening up to each other.
That's it! Bingo!
You're having a baby?
I thought you were
Cancerous?
gay.
Oh. No, I don't see gender. I respond to people's energies.
So, what energy is the father? Green energy, I'm guessing. The Incredible Hulk.
Is he gonna marry you?
He's 25. He's a kid.
Well, then what are you doing having sex with him?
He's 25. He's a kid.
I'm not going to marry him. Or anyone. Like my life the way that it is.
But you're having a baby.
I still have time.
Then it's not too late then
Too late for what?
to not be pregnant anymore.
Well, she's not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, are you?
She's gonna do what she wants.
What I want is to go to Kauai for 5 nights of guiltless, carefree sex with my hot ex-girlfriend to decide if I never get to do that again.
Dr. Ping Tom, OBGYN.
You can't just get rid of it
She can.
like it's nothing.
She should.
That is a life.
You know what else is a life, Indiana? That. Put yourself in her shoes. One moment in her shoes. It's not about you personally or what you'd have her choose.
If she doesn't have this baby, she will regret it for the rest of her life.
If she doesn't want this baby will have a miserable
Why
life.
should she give up everything? Her freedom, love, romance.
Freedom can be a prison. This could be her one last chance.
You're talking about me like I'm not even here.
You may not get another chance.
You damn religious zealots.
Hey.
Every sperm is sacred ground. But when they're born and they're unwanted, then you're nowhere to be
That's
found.
not entirely fair.
Don't pretend like it's just a collection of cells that made a zygote.
It's not about religion. This is how I truly feel.
This is not some political argument. For me, it's all too real.
What's she supposed to do? Drag the baby into yoga with her?
Maybe.
In the middle of a pandemic?
Point is, I get to decide. Me.
It never goes away, no matter how you choose.
And how the hell would you know?
Because I have been in her shoes. Catholic school outcast, only 15. The nuns didn't want me to see what I'd seen. But I saw all 10 fingers and toes, and her hair, and her sweet little nose. And I still hear her cry as they leave, and I watch the door close. I've never told anybody that before. Except for my husband, who would have adored my baby girl and raised her as his own, and now because of me, he will never get that chance. You've got to believe me, it won't disappear. The shame and the loss and the emptiness here.
I respect your experience. I do. I am afraid. I am so afraid to give up this life that I have worked so hard to build. To turn who I am into who I used to be. To lose myself. I don't know if I can do that.
Why does it have to be about what you're going to lose? Why can't it be about what you might find? I made choices in my life. I guess everybody does. I made choices in my life. What could be against what was. And although I had my dreams, guess I had more dreams than time. But I'll try to not regret any hill I didn't climb.
I may not write the perfect novel. I can't compose the world's best song. When they make lists of famous artists, who knows who'll know that I belong. And if I wake up Sunday morning to read my rave New York review, though I won't paint a Mona Lisa, I've got a masterpiece from you.
They were written with my heart. They were sculpted from my soul. They were molded from my dreams, each one a piece that makes me whole. And the songs of their first cries made my sweetest symphony. It's unfinished, but I know they're the best there is of me. I won't win fame or any prizes. No place my name will be enshrined. I won't be honored at the Oscars. No great idea to leave behind. I may have made $1 million, but love was richer than we knew. Time was my only real investment. Now I've got a masterpiece, not just one masterpiece of you. I'm not saying what could never be. There are paths that are still to be tried. I just know that they'll forever be the real things I can point to with pride.
You know, if you think about it, we all have something to be proud of.
You never asked for any favors. I made an art of my career. You never let your fears control you.
I kept my options free and clear.
You built your dreams and kept believing.
Dreams were the music of my life.
Look at the time you had together.
We made a masterpiece of man and wife.
I'm not saying what could never be, never be. There are paths that are still to be tried. I just know it will forever be the real things I can point to with pride,
with so much pride.
and though
one, a masterpiece. I made choices in my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. In a few moments, we will begin boarding Flight 342 service to Los Angeles through Gate B26. Flight 342 service to Los Angeles through Gate B26. Please put on your masks at this time to avoid contamination.
Wear your mask.
Please be safe.
Wear your mask.
Stay healthy.
For this chapter,
All be well.
Stay alive. And don't end up the one out of five. Went home to my children. We played in the rain. Stopped counting my losses and saw so much to gain. Sat down with my husband, who said my love will find a way. So I wanted to thank you for where I am today.
I flew to Hawaii. I soaked up the sun. We hosted a vegan luau. We had so much fun. Time flowed like the ocean. We decided just to stay. All fear was behind me. I live in the moment, and that's where I am today. I couldn't have been happier to see my Bobby's face. I landed home, but somehow we were in a different place. One look and we both knew that we were lucky either way. We saw the possibilities for where we are today.
I called back my husband, gladly got on the plane, quit my job flying over Omaha, then got a voicemail from Jane. She said to me, "Mommy, I'm sorry, I'm not really gonna have sex. At least not with boys. Mommy, I'm gay." My kid called me Mommy, and that's where we are today.
I figured I'd just use my round-trip ticket to LA, thus leaving Mr. Random House alone at JFK.
I had her stay the weekend in my guest house in Bel Air.
So I knew if my book got published, it would be 'cause there was something there. The words started coming. It took over a year. I interviewed dozens of women, felt my doubts disappear. And poor Mr. Random House, who I'd stranded at the gate, said, "This is your masterpiece, Sissy, it's great."
I saw your spot on Ellen, on The Real, The View today.
And every time I told our tragic tale of JFK,
Saying, Lizzy, Carly, Amy, if you're seeing this out there,
please come to my signing.
I've come to your
At the
signing
Barnes and Noble
in Union Square. That's where I am today. Some days are harder, but some days are not.
Now Jane and my Walter travel with me a lot.
Saw London and Paris. We saved our pennies the whole month of May.
into 2 weeks, and time kept flying, and I felt free. Me time would soon be we time, and that felt simple and natural to me. And when I thought of all the forces that became her,
absolutely
when the time
gorgeous.
finally came for me to name her, thought of starlight or moonbeam or dharma.
Of course you did.
But I decided to name her Lizzy.
Hi there, Lizzy.
When you told me your story,
Thanks to the blackout,
Stay by my side.
thanks to that night, when you held up a mirror to my
thanks
life,
to the darkness
Not left behind.
that showed me the light,
I never expected it would end up quite this way. But I wanted to thank you. I want to say thank you for being a part of, at the start of, at the heart